Hello, hello. We're going to move this. Okay. Apparently I can't move it to the side. So we're going to leave it just like that. Going to wait for everyone to hop on here. We are going to be doing a live stream today, strictly YouTube. I am on my phone because the reception is better from what I've heard, and I want to make sure that we are totally uninterrupted here. We're going to be talking about the energies of this beautiful week, primarily the new moon in Pisces, but we're going to be touching on the whole rest of the week as well, and I will have an Astro Tarot forecast coming out for people that I'm going to be releasing in a little bit that just gives the Cliff Notes version of all of this. So I want to welcome everybody who's watching this on the replay. Clear. Super excited about this. We got a lot of powerful Pisces energies going on this week, you guys. So much Pisces energy. We have Mercury moving into Aries during the new moon, so that's going to be a little bit of assistance there coming in to kind of break up this energy a little bit. We have, of course, Mars in the sign of Aquarius as well. Venus is going to be moving into Pisces a couple days after the new moon. Hello. All right. We got some people hopping on. Hello, Ty. Hello, Jamie. I did just get on. Yes. Hi, Stanley. Hello, Sarah. How are you all doing? I was just kind of warming up here, talking about the new moon and the energies of this week. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I mean, you guys, Jamie, you know, Jamie's always right on top of the astrology too, making her videos. I'm sure you're aware of how this energy is lining up. I couldn't believe it. Like I said before, everybody hopped on here. We have new moon in Pisces. So we got the sun and the moon. We have, of course, Neptune in Pisces. We have Venus moving into Pisces a couple days after the new moon on the 12th. Just a real thick soup of Pisces energy here that we are wading through. So I'm excited to see what divine realizations we have. I'm excited to see what comes out of this as far as the downloads, the intuitive hits. The new moon on the 10th is going to be sextile, I believe it is, Uranus. So we have that divine inspiration coming in there as well. And Mercury is going to be sort of loosely conjunct the moon, as well as Saturn on the other side. Saturn holding down that Pisces energy. Mercury in the sign of Aries in a sextile to Pluto. So a lot of empowerment coming in as well for us as we're moving through and kind of swimming in these dreamy ethereal waters here. Yeah, you got a lot of Pisces too. Hello, Robin. Hello, Holly. Great to see you both on here. So we're going to dig right into this and see what messages Spirit has for us for this live stream today. We have the Seven of Swords coming out here with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is an interesting energy. This is the energy when these two cards come out together. The number one message that I'm getting here is this energy of inventiveness. So it's like reinventing, doing things, approaching your work from a new angle, doing something a little bit differently. It's kind of like the energy of like working smarter, not harder. And I also feel for some people like this week, a sort of a dual message coming in here is that some people may be receiving information, possibly shocking information. And this is where we feel that energy from Uranus coming in, right? Relating to things that they've put a lot of time and energy into. So that's sort of like an extra meaning, if you will. But overall, I see this energy of really getting these understandings of how it is that we can be more efficient and perhaps approach the things that we are creating, the things that we are building from a different standpoint, from a different perspective. I love how Stanley's always giving us songs. So he has Vanilla Sky, some Velvet Morning. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. Hello, beautiful Vita. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I do want to let everyone know as we're getting started here that I did, so I said on the Cancer reading that I had the Patreon going, and I thought that I did. However, I guess there was an extra step that I needed to take in order to actually get the page published. So I went back on today and I submitted the page for final approval. So they should be bringing that approval through sometime today. And then that'll be open for people to sign up. And so there is a link. I will put it, it's in the description box of the most recent videos. And I'll put it in the description box of this live after the live stream's over. On Patreon, it's called the Cosmic Rebel Tribe. So if you sign up for that, there's 2 different options for membership, 2 different tiers, just to give people different options for what they want to contribute. And we're going to be doing 2 live Zoom calls a month to start out here. They're going to be bi-weekly, and I'm trying to time them with the weeks of the new and full moon. However, they're going to be on Tuesday nights. The equinox is on Tuesday the 19th, and I had wanted to start the Patreon and the Cosmic Rebel Tribe, this new thing that we're doing here, on the equinox. So I thought it was really interesting that the exact day of the equinox was a Tuesday. So we're going to do 2 weeks in a row starting out here. We're going to do the week of the equinox, and then we're going to do the next Tuesday as well, so that we're getting in line with the moon energies, because the next week is the full moon. So if you guys want to join up on that, go ahead and check out that link. Give it maybe, I don't know, a few hours. Give it until tomorrow. If it doesn't go through, check it tomorrow. There's a $33 and a $55 option for that. And when we do those live calls together, what I'm going to do is post a Zoom link on the Patreon the day before we have the ceremony. And it's going to be kind of similar to when we used to do the moon ceremonies, but we're going to do some different stuff. We're not going to do necessarily all the downloads and everything, but we are going to do possibly some sound healing, some energetic activations, maybe some meditations. And we're also going to just have a safe, sacred container to talk about any energetic themes that are going on this month, anything that you guys want to talk about sort of in that private, sacred, energetic container together. So I think it's going to be really beautiful, and I'm really excited for that. As I said, kicking off on the equinox. All right, so getting back to the reading here, we have this energy of working smarter, not harder, taking a different approach to something. What else do we have here? And for some people, that approach might be teaming up with other people. It might be teaming up with other people, or it might be getting guidance from a mentor or a guide, or perhaps reaching out to somebody who's able to teach you. And sort of like, it's like some people are going to realize, actually, all right, this is dual. Some people are going to realize, all right, I've gotten as far with this as I can get by myself. Now I need somebody else to show me the way. And other people have been in that phase, and they're getting to the point where they realize, oh, wow, I don't need anybody to hold my hand anymore, so to speak. I'm ready to take off the training wheels. I've learned all I need to learn, and now I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to soar. So it's going to be vice versa. But either way, whether you're finding that you need some assistance, or whether you're realizing that you no longer need the assistance that you were receiving before, like, this is a huge moment that's like, whatever you decide to do, whichever way you're going, is going to propel you forward. I know for me, I'm getting some assistance. I'm taking some courses and learning some stuff so that I can continue to grow my conscious business, continue to grow this channel, continue to grow this tribe. So I can relate to that energy. Some people, if you have been working with someone, it's like you're like, I've gotten all I need. Now it's ready to put it into practice. And I feel like some people are really, with this King of Wands energy, going to be putting themselves out there this week or sometime within this moon cycle, it feels like. Waiting to hear about 2 jobs until I do what it is I really want to do. Oh, I like that. What kind of a cafe, Robin? That sounds interesting. Yes. Oh, yes, Sarah. Me too. I know sound healing is so beautiful. I just ordered another heart chakra singing bowl because my son, he got a little rough with it when he was playing with it the other day. And so that bowl is no more. I'm going to have to find a way to repurpose it. So I've got another one on the way. I still have my third eye one, but the heart chakra one was my favorite. Hello, Arzu. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm intrigued by this, Robin. You said you want to open a cafe that's a little different. Like, I really want to know what that means. Do you want to share any more with us about that? Or is it like such a good idea that you kind of have to keep it under wraps? Because I totally understand and respect that as well. Oh yeah, nice. I love that. Beautiful. You can absolutely ask me a question, Arzu. I'm not doing personal readings. If you want a personal reading, I do have links for that. As far as going to my website and scheduling a reading. Although, what is your question? What's on your mind? What's on your mind, dear? Jamie says maybe that symbolizes breaking the heart free in a sense. Absolutely. Yeah, that's I like that way of looking at it, Jamie. I like that way of breaking it free. Yeah, I'm not going to say what I thought when it originally happened. I had a kind of an overly dramatic reaction at first, and then I was like, you know what? It is what it is, you know. Oh, it's about your husband. Okay, so this is a personal question. I'll pull you one card for that. I'll pull you one card for that. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Yeah. I tell you guys, I love my child so much. He is such a gift. He is such a blessing. He is so amazing. But like, being 100% real with you guys, like I really struggle with parenthood. It's not necessarily my forte. It's not what I feel like I was put, I guess I was put on this earth to do it because it was definitely a soul contract, and it definitely is my greatest service to loving service to humanity, to bring a beautiful starseed child into this planet. But it's not my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Like I struggle. I do the best that I can, but he is absolutely amazing. All right, let's get one card for Arzu about the husband here. Is he going or staying? Let's get one card here. Okay, Spirit says pull a different deck because we're already working from that one. All right. Clear. Arzu, we're gonna ask a question to Arzu real quick. Is the husband coming or going? Is he going or staying? Let's get one card that indicates this energy here. Letting go. And so what I'm getting from that is it definitely could be an energy of leaving, but it's definitely an energy of releasing. And I know that this is much easier said than done, especially when we're talking about marriages here, but it's like releasing the attachment to the outcome. Like if you've been, and I'm saying this kindly and lovingly, this is just the energy that I'm picking up on. If you've been a little bit kind of clinging on because you've been so worried about him leaving, I think he's picking up on that energy and it's stifling him. So if you can release that attachment to whether he stays or goes and stop, it's like when we cling to something desperately, that energy actually pushes it away. All right, when we put something up on a pedestal, when we make something extremely important, and when we try really, really hard and we try to force a situation, it makes that energy. People can feel that energy. All right, and it's even though we're trying to draw something nearer, it actually kind of like repels it. So just trying to ease up on that a little bit, maybe have a conversation, have a heart-to-heart conversation and see how it is that you can support each other and, kind of go from there. All right. So that's your guidance. Clear. Have that heart-to-heart conversation. Have that heart-to-heart conversation. If you guys are having difficulties, perhaps see if they're willing to go into counseling. You have to face the problems head on, and you have to know and understand. It's like knowing and understanding that we can stand in our own power and that we're going to be okay no matter what. Right? That we don't need somebody else in order to complete us. It's like that sometimes, especially when you've been with somebody for a long time, or you're in a certain level of commitment, there can sometimes be that energy of codependency that develops. And so it's about developing that strength and that sure footing on your own, so that it's like, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life because you complement my life and make it better. Do you know what I mean? It's like working on that energy there. Need versus want, and moving more into the want and away from the need. Got it? All right, perfect. So much love to you. Hopefully you continue to join us for the rest of the reading. Clear. So yeah, some people, it's like you're going to be coming into partnership with people. For others, it's like you're ready to kind of go it alone because you've learned the things that you need to learn and you're ready to move forward from there. So it's a beautiful, empowering energy, because either way we're learning and we're expanding our knowledge. We're expanding the next level of our expertise, the next level of our journey. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're so glad that you're here. Waiting for the right connection. Yep. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys know. You guys all know. I'm so glad you're here, Positive Vibes. What state should we all move to grow a food forest and community? Jamie, that's a great question. I don't know. Definitely not where I live because it's too cold. Like, I don't know how easy is it to grow sustainable food and stuff like that out west, because I would really love to be out west. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I want somewhere where we can at least have access to warm weather all year round. That's my only preference. That's really all I care about. Is there good hiking and can we do it most of the year? Like, other than that, like, I'm in. But it's probably going to be on the opposite side of the country from where I live now. And my partner is definitely resistant to the idea of us creating a commune or a community. He thinks he loves me, but we're not 100% aligned in certain aspects of life. You know what I mean? So he loves living with one of me, but living with 50 of me, he's not really sure about that. But like, eventually, like, I'm gonna get him sold because this needs to happen. Will California be underwater in a few years? I don't know. Let's pull a card on that. Clear. All right, we're going to go to this deck again. Clear. Will California be underwater in a few years? Let's get a card on that. I feel like California has gone kind of militant, though, in the negative sense. I don't feel like California is where it's at. Maybe like Oregon, but that still gets pretty cold. So I'm thinking, I'm really into Utah. You know what I mean? Like, anywhere that can support the number of cults that Utah has supported clearly has a freedom of expression and an ability to kind of do what you want, in a sense. Not that I'm saying that that's what we're creating, but I am saying that, like, I feel like the energy is ripe out there for us to kind of do what we want. It's just like, can we grow there? Can we grow food? That's all we really need to know. If somebody could answer that for me. I feel like we can. I mean, there's greenhouses. There's all kinds of different ways to go about this, right? Maui is amazing, but so expensive, and most of the soil is not even viable. Yeah, I've heard that about Maui, and it's kind of like, I've heard that it's a really beautiful energy out there, but it's also kind of like a small town in a sense. It's like a very specific kind of community. Is that accurate? You know what I mean? East Tennessee has different weather every hour. Yeah, I know, Sarah, that we're not doing that either. That's too close to Maine weather. All right. Is California going to be underwater in the next few years? I feel like Spirit's laughing, like, no. Ruthlessly win, the 5 of Swords here. So I feel like California is really fighting for their right to remain above sea level here. So I think it'll be all right. But like I said, the direction they're heading in, I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, New Mexico, Arizona. I've always had a really strong pull to New Mexico. And I don't know what it is. There's something there for me. I love Arizona. Sedona is my favorite place in the world. Anywhere close to that energy would be like my ideal, my dream, right? But there's something about New Mexico. I don't know what's out there. But it's even when I see like video footage of New Mexico, like on a TV show or something like that. I can feel the energy. It's like calls me through the screen. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have places called to you like that? And it's like I almost get goosebumps. And I know there are a lot of UFOs in New Mexico, right? As well as Sedona. I saw so many UFOs when I was out there. It was ridiculous. It was so cool. But so it could be that, but there's something there. Maybe not. You know what I'm realizing as we're having this conversation? Maybe it's not there yet. Maybe we're going to create it. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Hard to grow in a desert. Yes. I mean, there are some parts. Oh, you feel the same, Jamie? That's interesting. There are, true, but if you go into the more northern parts, it's not strict desert anymore, right? Let's see. You lived in Central America for 9 years, Vita. Oh, that's super cool. Yep. St. George, Utah is a vortex, huh? Love to live 6 months in a cooler to where I live. Summer's too hot. Yeah, Robin. I mean, that's part of my plan right now is to become like fully virtual with everything that I do. So that way my family's able to travel and be warm in the winters and enjoy the summertime here in New England, because it is really beautiful here in the summer. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely down with this community idea. I mean, think how many of us are there in this core tribe here, right? Think about that. Think about if we all pooled our resources together. I really think we can make this happen. So this is the kind of stuff we can talk about. We can maybe really start talking about as we start doing the live sessions and everything together. And I don't know. Let's make it like the 5-year plan. How about that? To start creating this community. You guys, I have blueprints in my mind. I have dreams about ways to make this self-sustaining and also like abundant and bring in money, bring in resources. Like I got it all figured out. All I need is the money to get it started, and I've like everything's good. It's good. It's a beautiful, beautiful visual that I have of almost like this retreat community where people can come and sort of like get away from it all if they want, where we're all hosting the different things that we do. And so people from the community can come in for different things, like an ecstatic dance night or a yoga class or a meditation, like different things. And everybody like living all within this place together. I got it all figured out. We just we got to put it together, you guys. Let's see. Northern Florida, is that what you said? No. Florida's it's too I don't know. Although I haven't really spent much time in Northern Florida. I've been to lots of different parts of Florida, but not so much Northern Florida. The only place in Florida that I liked even a little bit, like I like being warm, all right? So I can never be like totally miserable anywhere that I'm warm. But like Florida in general, it's just I don't enjoy the energy there. But I did like St. Pete. Yeah, we looked at Flagstaff actually. Before I had my son, we were thinking about moving out west, moving to Arizona. I wanted to be somewhere that was close to Sedona, but also like livable price wise. And my boyfriend wanted somewhere where he could ski because he enjoys skiing and stuff like that as well, or snowboarding. Yeah, the energy is weird, and the energy gets lighter as you move at least into the western part of the country as well. All right, yeah, people are down with this. I love it. St. Augustine, I've heard that St. Augustine is actually quite nice. You're just gonna have to come on over, Robin, unless you have a really great place in Australia for us, because I'm not opposed, right? I think we're all open if we can find the right location. All right, so should we get back to this reading? I don't even know. I'm having so much fun like talking about this. Yeah, and we're gonna start doing retreats and stuff like that. So maybe we'll start. I'm really into the whole earth chakras retreats. That really feels like the thing. But maybe we'll start doing some meetups and stuff too. Just in some of these places that we're thinking we might want to settle down and just check them out together and see what resonates. I don't know. New Zealand, I've never been there, but I do hear about many good things about New Zealand. Clear. And that is the thing too, like if like other countries are so much more affordable to live than the United States, like if we go to the right country, then like our resources together are even like go a lot further than they would here. That's definitely true. Yeah, where were we looking at? We were looking at this town. It's like a cowboy town. That's I can't remember the name of it, but it was like an old Western town almost. So they still had like a bunch of old saloons and stuff there. I forget the name of it, but it was somewhere around Flagstaff, Sedona area. That's where we were. That's where we were seriously considering. Costa Rica is nice. I've been there. Definitely livable there. I don't know if they've eased up on their vaccine laws or not. I know they were really, really strict with that. I don't know where countries are with that right now. Jerome, it might have been Jerome, Jamie. Yeah, yes, I think so. It might have been Jerome. Yeah, is it a ghost town? It definitely, there were a lot of hauntings there, and I think it's because it was like an old Western, just an old Western town at one point. So they still have a lot of those old saloons and stuff like that. Cottonwood. Oh my God. Now I want to say it might have been Jerome. Although is Jerome, are there people living there? Because it definitely was a town where people still live. No, we looked at Cottonwood though. I think it was Jerome. The eastern side of Australia near Byron Bay. That sounds nice. I'll be honest, like I don't know a whole lot about the different. Are there like different types of climate? There must be different types of climates on the different sides of Australia. Yeah, we looked at Cornville. I remember because like if you think about living somewhere called Cornville, you definitely remember that you considered that. But I think it was Jerome, I think. And it did look pretty cute. It definitely looked doable. And it was within like 40 minutes of Sedona, I think, which was like my most important thing. New Zealand was very strict. Yeah. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do anywhere that hasn't come down on those laws and that doesn't accept bodily autonomy in that way. Got to be somewhere where they're going to let all of us in, you know what I mean? Let's see, what else does Spirit want to tell us about this energy that as we're moving through this week here? Get the Page of Cups here. So I feel like there's some reconciliation, some apologies coming for people this week. If you've been at odds with somebody, there's kind of like somebody offering the peace pipe is kind of what it feels like. Yeah, definitely an energy of like finding common ground with people and the energy of repairing friendships and relationships that have been strained. Especially if part of the reason they were strained was because there wasn't like there was no reciprocity, or one person felt as though they weren't receiving the same amount of reciprocity or consideration. So that's beautiful energy coming in for us. Anything else? Yeah, Six of Wands. So we always love this when we have the Six of Wands coming out. Tell me, what is the Six of Wands regarding here? As I'm looking at this right now, it's reminding me of that importance of cultivating the winner's mindset And one of the things that kind of like a cute little life hack that I learned from Victor Odo has to do with celebrating your wins at the end of the day. Like before you go to sleep, writing out all the things that you did well and sort of congratulating yourselves for the things that you accomplished throughout the day. So I'm feeling like a good reminder for that. And I definitely need it because I really loved that, but I haven't done it yet. And sometimes I do it in my mind. I kind of like check off a little checklist, but I haven't written it out yet. And I think it is like a really important thing to cultivate because our mindset is so important, right? When we see ourselves as a winner, we experience more wins. When we see ourselves as a loser, we tend to experience and attract more losses, right? Oh, wow. So there's a lot of difference in climate out there. Yeah, Australia is really, there's a lot, is really waking up. I mean, I know just because of the number of Aussies that we have on here, and this is just one small little channel, right? One small little segment. And so, and it's powerful, like the lands of Australia, within the lands of Australia are housed one of the 13 keys or 13 chakras. And there, it's the sacred law that's represented by the lands of Australia is the law of purpose. So it's a really powerful, energetically powerful place. And it's definitely, I mean, we're definitely just simply because there's an earth chakra there, we're going to be visiting Australia. One of the trips that we do, these earth chakra retreats, is definitely going to be in Australia. Peru, yes. Peru as well. Peru. Yep. I want to visit Machu Picchu so bad. My friend Gigi visited there, and she and I went to Egypt together, as well as Sedona, and she said that Machu Picchu, that the energy that she experienced there was even more powerful and more profound, at least for her personally. It's going to be different for everybody, right? Because we all have different but she was just blown away by the power of the energy out there. This Lionsgate is going to be the 12th key. So we had, we're going to pull out the book now. We had the Shambhala key, which activated last Lionsgate. And now where's my book? I know, I got to find my book so that I can give you the information on, because I don't know off the top of my head. I know I probably should, right? But I don't know off the top of my head where the 13th key or the 12th key is located. But that's the key that's going to be opening. There's 13 total. Are you? Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. All right. So let's read a little more into the Six of Wands. What is the victory? What are the wins that people are going to be celebrating or experiencing as we move through this week? I'm feeling this week moving into and opening up the equinox as well. Got the Four of Wands here. And the Moon. Interesting. So it's like, and the Moon is, of course, the Pisces card. So I feel like for some people, because these came out inverted, right? And I'm feeling this energy of when it comes to home, when it comes to family, when it comes to our structure and stability, if there's been a lot of confusion, if there's been a lot of hazy energy, we're about to kind of like make some strides forward where that energy is concerned. And this Four of Wands for some people just represents general happiness, general fulfillment. So if we felt like that's been kind of hard to pin down, if we felt like we were just kind of swimming in the void and kind of in an energy of detachment or an energy of, I don't even want to say like sorrow, but just like not quite feeling right, if you know what I mean. We're going to be coming out of that energy and making some more progress. It's like finding that fulfillment where we felt like that fulfillment was lacking. There's an opportunity to really take positive strides toward achieving that or getting that back. Yeah, coming deeper into our heart space. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups here. the heavy burdens that we've been carrying. It's like the burdens on our heart. And this is what this week is giving us the opportunity to do, right? As we're swimming in this Piscean soup here that we've been talking about, is to put down the burdens that have been weighing heavily upon our hearts, to surrender, to let go, to release. We've had so much that's been coming up over the past month, right? February has been a very energetically intense month, or was a very energetically intense month. So now we're getting this option to release, to let go. Hello, Dee. Welcome. Yeah. So what has been weighing heavily on your heart? And are you ready to release it? Nine of Wands. King of Cups. Right, so we got the King and the Queen of Cups here. Masculine and feminine energy, emotional energies in balance. And there's this energy of like being in a balanced emotional space with proper boundaries. And this is a big theme when we're working with Pisces energy, right? Because Pisces can be that energy that it's about the unification. It's about the blending. So sometimes we can be at a loss when it comes to boundaries. And this energy is really bringing that together for us. It's giving us an opportunity to really practice healthy boundaries. Boundaries that protect our emotional sanity and our emotional space. You're ready to dump it like a dump truck. Amen, brother. Hi, Grace. Welcome. We're glad to have you here with us. Yeah. So that's really beautiful, those solid boundaries. And for some people, it's like, yes, we're laying down the burden that's on our hearts, but also like we want to take stock of the weight that we're carrying in any sense. Make sure we're not overcommitting ourselves. Right? Make sure that we're not biting off more that we can chew, that we are able to balance. Pisces is an energy of duality, right? The two fish, so there is an aspect of balance here. Particularly, Pisces speaks to the balancing of the spiritual and the practical, right? Ultimately, Pisces is a very etheric energy, but one of the main goals of Pisces energy is learning how to bring that high spiritual energy into manifest form, and how to really channel that, and how to be that highly spiritual being grounded in this human experience. That's like the challenge. That's like the extra credit for Pisces, if you will. Hello, Michael. Welcome. It's great to see you. Go. Anything else here? So boundaries like a motherfucker. That's like Spirit really wants us to be aware of that. And Spirit really wants us to be, if that is an area where we need more practice, this is definitely the week to do it, to really firm that up. Got the Queen of Pentacles here. The Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. This is a really interesting energy here. So definitely an energy for some this week of being all in our heads. And this can definitely happen. I mean, Pisces can be a very emotional energy, right? Really evoking those deep emotions within us. And we also have, like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have Mercury moving into the sign of Aries during the new moon, which is what starts off next week. So when I'm saying this week, we're talking about next week, by the way. just so everyone's on the same page, I just realized that. I should probably clarify that. Although this is going to resonate, it's fluid, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. These are the messages coming through right now. So I don't think we really need to get that. We don't need to worry that much about the time frame here. But there are some who are definitely all in their heads. And that Mercury moving into Aries is really going to kind of kick that into high gear, right? Because that's like activating that warrior mind state. So this is definitely a reminder not to self-sabotage and to get out of the war within your own mind. All right, if any of us are at odds with ourselves within our mind, or even I'm feeling like at odds with other people in our minds, you know what I mean? Like I feel like some people, like we said, there's definitely an energy of reconciliation and repairing bridges that we thought were burned to the ground, right? And they're actually not quite as beyond repair as we think. So there definitely is that energy going on here, but there's also this energy of like, some people think that you're at odds with somebody because you just haven't communicated effectively. And so we're getting an opportunity with Mercury moving into Aries to have that more effective, assertive communication. That's going to clear up some of this confusion here and clear up some of this unnecessary stress that's happening in people's minds. It's like some people, it's like we have constructed these elaborate illusions of what we think is happening in our reality, in our minds. And like, that's not even the reality of what's actually going on. So Spirit's saying, don't make a mountain out of a molehill this week. And this is especially for my earth signs, right? Because this is the Queen of Pentacles. And for some people, this is also relating to finances or family or something like that. It's like some of us are blowing something just way out of proportion. And some people are experiencing in their external world kind of a lot of turmoil and fighting this week. And so in that case, it's just about, like we said, that's where that boundaries energy comes in and is really even more important. Yep, absolutely, D. I feel you there. Got the Two of Cups coming out here. Tell me about the Two of Cups. This is soulmate, this is love, this is connection, this is partnership. This is also things multiplying for people, I'm feeling like. Got the Sun coming out. So yeah, definitely improvements when it comes to relationships, when it comes to partnerships this week. And this Pisces energy can make us more empathetic. It can make us more compassionate, more tolerant. And, or I won't say make us, but it can give us that opportunity to bring more of that compassion, more of that tolerance and that love into situations. So that can definitely be helpful for new beginnings when it comes to love, romance, connections, friendships, any type of intense or close-knit bonds. A mountain until a molehill. We have the Page of Pentacles with the Four of Swords in reverse. So this is the energy of like coming out of hiding is what this feels like. This week, some people are going to also be given an opportunity or an invitation to come out of hiding. So if you've been in hermit mode and you've really kind of tucked yourself away, you may be getting an opportunity or an invitation this week to come out and play is what that feels like. Or for some of you, this is your soul's invitation to you to come out and play. Seven of Pentacles, tell me more about that. And the Chariot. Yeah, this is that classic energy and that classic reminder that you're more ready than you think. You've put in the work. It's time to take action around something. You've done the healing. You've done the resting. You've done the healing. You've done the learning. You've done enough of the organizing. You're ready to take action on something. Something is ready to move forward. All right, it's that energy we talk about on here all the time. Like if we wait until we believe we're ready for something, we'll never get anywhere at all. We'll never start anything, right? Because we never feel fully ready to do the thing, but it's time to do the thing. Then we got the Page of Swords here with the Ten of Cups. So yeah, some really beautiful, powerful messages coming in for people this week regarding family, love, fulfillment, connection. Tell me more about the Page of Swords here. Receiving good news. Receiving news that brings us clarity. For some, that brings about an ending or a rebirth. But it's like in a good way. So this is like if you've been trying to find a new job and you've been sticking at the old one until things got off the ground, until you find something else, you get news that you got hired for a new job. Or this is like if you've been living in your mom's basement and you've been looking for an apartment, all of a sudden you get news that something is available. Something like that for some people. For some of you, there is perhaps news of, this is a little more somber, news of, you know, the passing or transition of a family member. It's like the news of one thing transitioning to something else. But ultimately, it's beautiful, even if there is somebody transitioning. It's like it's happening because it's their time, is what this feels like. And they're ready to be released into the next. Their soul's ready to release itself into the next adventure, the next phase of their journey. Yeah, just like positive, overall positive transitions. Or the clarity necessary to make the needed transition. You need a vacation to a land with no people. I mean, that's the other dream, right, Michael? Earlier, before you got on, we were talking about creating a community together, a self-sustaining community. I like how the magician came out when I said that. Manifesting and creating that. But that's the other dream, right? Is just to be alone somewhere with beautiful nature for a while. I definitely feel you there. The magician coming in just to remind us and amplify this energy of you already have everything you need to achieve what it is that you are setting out to achieve. It's go time. It's going to feel more like go time, I think, once we move out of this Pisces energy. And that equinox, the sun moves into Aries there. All right, we're going to pull. I always do this now when I see you hop on. I feel like I need to pull a crystal card because I know that you want that guidance as we move into the week ahead. So this is like crystals to work with for the new moon, and that want to guide us through this upcoming week here. Clear. Yes, I appreciate you. We all want to know. We all want to know what crystals want to support us this week. So let's get into it here. What crystal would like to support us? Clear. Moving through the new moon and into the rest of the upcoming week. Which crystals would like to support us here? And anybody who has not left the live stream yet, make sure you go ahead and give that a little like. All right, we got 3 coming out for this week. We have Lapis Lazuli, Realization. That's a big, bold energy there, huh? We have Sulfur, Physical Radiance. And then we have Appetite, Foresight. Appetite is one of my favorites. I love all colors of Appetite, really, especially blue Appetite. And green is really nice, too. And yeah, yellow. I love them all. Then we have Rhodochrosite on the bottom of the deck, Self-Love. So for those wanting to work with that heart chakra, heart and sacral, and deepen that self-love, that radical self-love, Rhodochrosite would be a good one to use. And doesn't that look like the symbol for Saturn on there? Interestingly enough, I'll hold that up Can absorb the light language, the healing from that card for a moment. All right, let's read about lapis here. I'm a fan of lapis, but only certain pieces. The certain pieces that call to me. All right, so lapis says, let's see. It has an affinity for the voice and teaches of the power that is found within it when truth is embraced and the will of the spirit is carried into the mind. The energy of lapis is a dynamic one that knows no bounds. It cannot be limited to the single and separate areas of mortal creations. It seeks to break down, cut through, and shed light upon all that is not in alignment with your personal divine spirit. And isn't that, like, that one sentence right there basically sums up 2024 in a nutshell. So this feels like the crystal for 2024, honestly. I'll read that again. It seeks to break down, cut through, and shed light upon all that is not in alignment with your personal divine spirit. As it does so, it lets the mind know what it finds in a masculine, direct manner. Cleansing and healing must then follow. It is due to this that lapis lazuli is known as the stone of realization. Work with lapis lazuli empowers the voice as an expressive pathway and allows wisdom to shine in every word. This cuts through the attachments and illusions of the world and in self, offering purpose and direction. As one becomes honest, trusting, and loving, this same pathway activates the intuition and psychic abilities. With petrified wood at the solar plexus chakra, lapis lazuli on the heart chakra can open doorways to past lifetimes of current spiritual importance. Ooh, interesting. When you pair it with petrified wood. Lapis on the heart, petrified wood on the solar. Lapis lazuli is a member of the Ancient Council of Seven, a direct result of it serving as one of our physical bodies in Lemurian times, and ranking it as one of the 7 most important geometric tools for the human race. She is also the key to an important stargate triangulated by the alpha stars of the constellations Cetus, Aries, and Pisces. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Through which we all pass before birth. In old Atlantis, those skilled with lapis lazuli utilized the voice as a healing tool in mantras, songs, and chants, and were some of the clearest spiritual channels ever to walk the earth. Lapis lazuli is a sacred stone of Thoth, Isis, Ascended Master Cthulhu, and Archangel Jophiel. It may for some open communication to the 24 elders that surround the throne of grace. Lapis lazuli has a powerful effect on the pituitary gland, returning it to balance, and thus affects the entire endocrine system positively. It is used for any problems in the area of the eyes, nose, ears, throat, and may relieve headaches. I had a really crazy meditation with lapis lazuli once. So my mentor that I worked with extensively for many years, that I quote for you guys all the time on here, Glenn Jones, he has a really powerful lapis stone. And I did a meditation with this stone once, and it was like I was in this room. I'm trying to remember. It was like I was in this room full of mirrors almost. And it was like all the mirrors kind of like, it's so hard to even explain. It was like they all turned to face me, and like light came out of them. And it was like they all represented doorways to past lives. And all that energy was sort of like channeled into my being at once and reabsorbed. It was really, really wild. It was so intense. So lapis is a very powerful stone when you find the right one to work with. And I didn't know all this stuff about it, so this is really fascinating. It definitely aligns, right? So the healing journey, or the reason this is coming through for us today. The regal grace of lapis lazuli has landed upon you. An ancient one of infinite wisdom, she has chosen you as her playground. Her presence signals the breaking through, cutting away, and true realization of that which should not be on your path. And this, I'm going to release the Astro Tarot videos that I did. There's 2 of them. I'm going to kind of put them together and put them on here as well. I did them on TikTok earlier. And this is exactly what I talked about in the video, you guys, for this week. This is so fascinating that this is coming through. I'm just seeing the truth of our intentions, our motivations, seeing and understanding what's in alignment, what's not, and releasing. And that's what this Pisces energy is giving us the option to do, is to release all of that that is no longer serving us. And so this lapis is going to be, it's insanely helpful with that. She has come to help you break through the self-created veils of illusion and distraction from your personal higher purpose. At this time, your personal power will be found in your voice as an expression pathway. This gift should be used responsibly with compassion, truth, and integrity, for then it will lead to the realization Lapis has come to offer. Don't be confused by the energy of Lapis. This is not a time of healing. It is the time for action and realization, not outward, but inward. To the infinite light that you are. The greatest gifts in the universe are revealed this way. For now, realize, see, and know the necessary healing will come later. And the affirmation is, I am free in my world. I am the path of realization. And hello, Plune. It's wonderful to see you as always. I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of this tribe. All right. So that's Lapis. Then we have Appetite and Sulfur. So this is the fortifying of the physical body here with sulfur, all right? If people are dealing with health issues, health energies, take in that light language for a minute. And I'm just going to look through real quick. Let's see here. Ooh, this sounds interesting. I'm going to read the quote on here as well, or the message from the Master Crystal Deva, which is Illuminel. And hello, Fresh Start. Welcome. It's because this sounds super dramatic, and it's going to be interesting. Born from the released fire of earth, I am a master in the realm of explosive eruption and the fiery nature. My flame in your hand will soften the edges of expressions and situations, taming the roaring flames that only manifest pain. Sit down and let us nurture the fire of you to a warm glow, by which you can seek comfort and guidance without the fear of being burned. In the orange-red glow of your newly disciplined light and vitality, rise now and shine physically radiant in the world. Now, harboring the power of the yellow ray, lift your will and creativity. Embrace your fiery potential and see perfection in all that you do. Stare deeply into your own eyes until you see the dancing flames. Let them melt away all that blocks you and the many paths you manifest. The Bennu has been reborn, a vision of the Spirit's glory physically realized. Wow, this is powerful. In magical law, sulfur is also known as brimstone. That's important. Linked to the earth's fire elementals, primarily mental, initiating, understanding, and wisdom. Motivates, activates, empowers. Yeah, so really carrying all of the energy of that element of fire. Let's see. If sulfur has come to you today, there is heat in your life that needs to be controlled and mastered. Fire is one of the greatest catalysts on earth. The hand that wields it is always responsible. Ooh, I'm going to read this again. Fire is one of the greatest catalysts on earth. The hand that wields it is always responsible for that which it destroys or creates. If you are in the process of decision, be cautious. It may contain hidden fire. Sulfur also delivers a message of physical radiance, asking you to love yourself physically. Take time to see yourself. This powerful crystal is also coming into your life to lift your vital force, empower you, and prepare you to manifest that which you have chosen. And might I say, that which has chosen you. The energies of the lion are ancient, holding much spiritual significance in many cultures from Nibiru to Egypt. On this day, he walks at your side. Will you hear the lion's roar? And may I add, are you ready to become the lion? The affirmation is, I am power, I am the force. I have the strength to let my mind run its course. So bringing that stability to the mental fire, which is perfect as Mercury enters Aries, right? And then we have appetite here. Foresight. So taking that light language as well. Let's see here. Oh, this is more mind energy. So this is balancing the heat of the mind energy and the focus, right? I know the sulfur is powerful. And then we're bringing in the cooling to the mind energy as well with the appetite. Let's see. Ooh, more yellow energy. We got yellow, blue, and purple right here, right? So the Master Crystal Deva for appetite is Kemotum. And Kemotum says, step up my hidden yellow ray. Embrace your birthright and let me empower your free will to create and manifest your world. The path I offer is one of mental mastery. Let us create your dreams from the perfected vision and leave nothing to chance. Listen with care, as the mind is the tool of all that is good in the universe, but can also herald disaster if untrained. Each action should harm none and be of benefit to all. This can only be achieved by holding and acting through foresight, a clear vision and understanding of the outcome, a picture to which I hold the brush. Brush of life in hand, paint now. See and allow the dream, your endless potential, a gift to all of humanity. I will show you who you are, and you may act always from that space of unconditional love, benefiting all. You are a cell in the body of all creation, which cannot exist within you. Let this truth live in you, and your actions cannot exist without you, rather. Sorry. Let's see. All right. Appetite powerfully activates the mind, allowing one to think before acting, where once the outcome was negative due to reaction. So this is also going to be really helpful as Mercury moves into Aries here. With appetite, it becomes more creative and positive. Appetite is a powerful crystal of the body's metabolism by linking the mind to the body's needs. With discernment of its wants, balance is found and unwanted weight is lost. Appetite treats some of the most common problems of our modern world, one of which is highly responsible for its current state: the poor use of power in love and spirituality. Interesting. This mineral is able to activate deep states of meditation, link one strongly to extraterrestrial communication, balance the chakra system, and align the energy bodies. So this is going to be really helpful, right? As we're working with these possibilities for deep states of meditation with these Pisces energies streaming in, especially during the new moon and on the 17th when the Sun and Neptune come into conjunction at 27 Pisces. But the real power in the energy system lies in its ability to raise the Kundalini energy in a powerful and balanced manner. If appetite has come into your life today, planning is the key word. Your negative cycle that seems to repeat itself in life has been recognized by spirit and is about to be broken. Whatever it is that you are about to enter or undertake in life, be sure to use your intuition and all of your ability to foresee the outcome. Take time to plan every step and try to remove the obstacles before beginning. Appetite is also asking you to be sure of what you want. Ignore all external pressures that are pushing you. Think and then act. Things that are to be yours in the world will wait. If they do not, they were never supposed to be yours. Reaction in the world leads down an unpredictable path that is not really yours to walk. The lessons you encounter will lift you back to your true path. Offer the choice to think and then act again. How many times will you walk the circle? And that circle to me reminds me of the shaman's medicine wheel. The affirmation is, my vision is perfect. It manifests my life. So I love this, helping us to maintain that focus, to get clear about what we want, to really fine tune that mental energy, that ability to plan, that ability to foresee challenges and to anticipate, to act instead of react. Really powerful there as well. So this is a powerful trinity of crystals working with us as we move through this upcoming week. And like I said as well, rhodochrosite, self-love on the bottom of the deck. Because we could always use more of that energy, right? Yeah, I like the sulfur too. Everyone seems like they're, Dee and Michael were really into the sulfur. Yeah. Yeah, I was feeling that. That was very activating. If you don't have this deck, Michael, I feel like you should get it. I feel like you would really enjoy it. You can use the cards to substitute for the crystals if you don't have the crystals. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. Yeah. I know. I thought about maybe opening up a little like virtual crystal shop. I know it's kind of a scary principle. It's kind of like that energy of like, you know, when drug dealers like don't get high on your own supply. Like that's part of the reason why I haven't done that, because I'm like, would I let any of them go? But that thought has come kicking back up a few times here. So I may have some offerings. Even if it's just like a certain type of crystal that I feel like called to like that wants to work with the tribe for like a certain period of time or a month or something, I might start making one of those offerings and kind of doing some type of moon ritual with them to activate them for everyone. So we will, I don't know, stay tuned for that, I guess. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Clear. It would make you poor. I mean, the deck, you get all, it's kind of like getting all these crystals to use as you wish. That's why I was thinking that might be that might be good for you, Michael. And D as well. Yep. Of course. Yeah. I have petrified wood. I love petrified wood. I actually have some natural well, it's all natural, right? But like some that I found on the beach here in Maine where I live, there's a whole huge just mountain of it basically. And one of the beaches I went to a few years ago. I don't have any sulfur, Michael. I have apatite. I have apatite. Apatite is actually one of my power stones, blue apatite. I found out recently. So I do have that, and I do have lapis. I use them sometimes to channel and connect me to that one piece of lapis that I was telling you guys about because it was so powerful. The energy fluctuations in my ears right now are kind of crazy. Ooh. Oh, wow. So I've been talking about that crystal, you guys, and it's working with me right now because I've been talking about it and I called it into my field. So that's also a reminder for all of us, like we don't have to have something physically in order to, if you've interacted with it before, you can call upon that energy and draw it into your field, especially crystals, because they are living things, right? They are living beings, and they're encoded with so much knowledge and information as well. And so even if you've been in a crystal shop and you've really connected with a crystal, you can call upon that energy. And if you don't have a certain crystal, you can call upon the collective of that crystal, right? The collective of sulfur. And that energy will work with you, right? The collective of lapis. And if you have like a carrier quartz, like a quartz crystal or something to channel that energy through, that's helpful, but you don't even need it. Like I'm telling you, like right now, I feel the presence of that crystal within my field. I feel like that crystal and I work together in past lifetimes. Been looking for singing bowls. Yeah. So the ones that I use, I really like them. It's called Top Fund is the brand, and they're on Amazon, actually. I'm sure you've seen the case from when I've taken them out before. So they come in these nice cases and everything. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to let everyone go for the evening, but I hope that you have an amazing new moon if we do not talk again. And we might, but if we don't get another live stream before the new moon, I hope that you guys all have a beautiful new moon. Take advantage of this beautiful energy. Meditate. If you have any of those crystals, go ahead and work with those crystals. Surrender. Release what isn't serving. All right, just let it go. Let that shit go, as the Buddha says. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll talk again soon. And for anyone who wasn't on at the beginning of the reading, I did open up the Patreon. So I'm going to add that link to the description box after this call is over. If it's not accessible, that just means they haven't approved it yet. So if you guys want to join, try tomorrow if it doesn't work today. And so if you join the Patreon membership, that's where we're going to be doing the bi-weekly Zoom calls, with the first call happening on the equinox itself, Tuesday, March 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adjust for your time location. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys there. And like I said, I will post that link in the description box. But it's already in the description. I think it's in the description of the Cancer general reading that I just did, as well as maybe the Scorpio one or the Gemini one. The Gemini and the Cancer reading, I think it's already posted in. It's posted in a couple things already, but I'm going to add it to this live stream afterwards as well. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon.